seems as though every other month at least, I wind up with another assignment like this. There's been a breach at a major credit card company, and I'll spare you all the details of that because I really don't think that that's the most important issue. The story that I'm trying to write is not a news story about what happened to this company. The story I'm trying to write is, why does it keep happening?
Well, that's a good question. So you're absolutely correct. This does happen at least weekly. There's several sites that you can track these
Weekly?
events.
I mean, my perception is it's not even that frequent. It's more frequent than we might think.
Oh, it's definitely more frequent than you might think. And that's what makes security such a hot topic these days.
So what do I need to know if to address my question of why does this keep happening? What's the first thing that I need to know to be able to prevent this sort of thing from happening if I'm a security chief at a big credit card company?
Well, the first thing you have to realize is that security is a defense in depth approach. So you need to take a holistic approach to security. There's no one product out there that can solve the problem because there's many entry points to your network and to get at data. So historically, there's been the thought process that we're protecting our data from hackers. Okay, and then the industry kind of evolved, and now we're worried about malware and viruses and that type of thing. And we've created products to prevent against those as well. Now,
well, that's what I've always heard is that the biggest challenge here is that the challenge keeps changing.
The challenge definitely keeps changing.
But for what you just said though, can I solve that with a particular approach? I mean, or am I doomed to always have this repeated?
No, it's a set of approaches. So if you take a look at that scenario where technology keeps evolving, the common theme along the line is that they're trying to get at your data. So there's many entry points into your data. One of them that we're dealing with today is simply lost data. So data is on a mobile device or it's in somebody's business process to get that data to another organization. And they're using means that aren't secure. So they're sending clear text over email, perhaps social security numbers or credit card numbers and that information, or they take it home to work on it on their laptop and they're not securing the data that's on their laptop. The laptop gets stolen and then all of a sudden that organization has to disclose that they've lost your data.
But I can't buy a piece of software to stop that though. I mean, I can't buy, it's just like I can't buy a lock big enough or I suppose I could, but am I going to run around and buy a padlock for every single window in my house? And by the way, all I have to do is break the glass.
Well, I'm glad you brought up physical security because a lot of times we use physical security analogously to describe internet security. So we put a lot of faith in the protections that the companies put in place, network defenses, firewalls, intrusion detection systems, antivirus. But there's a human component to it as well. If you tie that back to physical security, it's like locking all the doors in your house, right? You have locks, but if your kids just open the lock and let someone in, and they're not trained to do that, then they've just defeated all the security implementations that you put in place.